All right, guys, let's really quickly go through my top 10 most anticipated 2023. I know we're almost hitting the hour mark of the podcast, so I won't go too in depth on any of these, but again, we'll just be talking about this for a little bit. So, top 10 anticipated 2023. This is probably the most subjective list you'll ever hear from me. I'm not really going to give real logical reasons for a lot of these. Just what I'm excited for. And you're gonna see some funny picks and funny places, but again, it's just how I'm feeling. Obviously, we all know that movies like Knives Out, for example, were not on my list in 2019, and lo and behold, it probably is one or two of my favorite movies of the year. So, just knowing that, probably some of my favorite films of 2023 will not be on this list. Like Top Gun Maverick was definitely not on my list of 2022, one of my favorite films of the year. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And coming in the before I get into the top 10, the sort of questionable place is The Flash. And the only reason I want to talk about The Flash is that because if there were no extenuating circumstances surrounding the movie, I think it would definitely be in the top 10. I've gone on record to say I will not be seeing the movie in theaters. For now, I'm sticking by that. Although, again, Ezra Miller has not done anything as of late, and I'm still waiting to see how this all plays out. 6 months until the film comes out. I am at liberty to change my mind if I feel that the situation is appropriate, but as of right now, I'm not going to be seeing the movie in theaters. So again, I would put The Flash on here, but it's kind of a complicated situation. So honorable / dishonorable mention to The Flash. Coming in at number 10 is The Marvels. I'm not over the moon about the Marvels, but I think that Miss Marvel alone is probably going to make this movie get on the list. But again, it's an MCU movie. I think that it has potential. And there were a lot of other films on the list that are in like 11 through 20 that I just thought I'm probably not as excited about them as the Marvels, but it's not the most ringing endorsement of this film. But I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what Nia DaCosta can do. Coming in at number 9 is Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I really like the first Shazam film. I think that this one looks great. I'm excited to see Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, and obviously Rachel Zegler as well. Loved her in West Side Story. So again, just very excited to see what this film is going to be, and if Zachary Levi is gonna stick around with the new DC hierarchy. Who knows? But yeah, excited nonetheless. Coming in at number 8 is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Recently, saw the Indiana Jones film, so they're fresh in my mind. And yeah, I mean, I think that coming off of Crystal Skull, you might be a little bit nervous, but I think that with James Mangold, he really just doesn't miss. Ford v Ferrari, Logan, obviously. So I think that we just kind of have to take it for what it is and hope that Harrison Ford gives a great performance. It seems like he's really excited about it, and I am too. Coming in at number 7, much lower probably than on a lot of people's list, is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. You can watch my review or my rewatch review of Into the Spider-Verse on this channel. I wasn't the biggest fan of the film, although I really quite like it. And I have to say the same about this film. I think that it looks great. I'm not going to be the first person in line to see it. I'll see it as soon as I can on opening weekend, obviously. But again, I think that as with most things Spider-Verse, I'm probably not the number one fan. I don't think it's nearly the best Spider-Man film ever made, like a lot of people are saying. But still, I really enjoyed the first one. Can't wait to see what they do in the next one. Coming in at number 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The trailer didn't quite do it for me. I think that the goofy animal head Earth neighborhood scene at the very beginning was a little off-putting. But again, it looks emotional. James Gunn has promised emotional, and I think that if you kind of get that Guardians humor with that emotion that James Gunn is promising, then I think that it'll be a great, really great send-off for the Guardians. Coming in at number 5 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Every year that there's a Mission Impossible movie, you just got to put it on the list because Tom Cruise is crazy, and what else is he going to do? I should really never doubt the man. He, flies fighter jets in Top Gun Maverick, and he's motorcycling off cliffs in Mission Impossible. Enough said, I feel like. Coming in at number 4, this one's going to surprise a lot of you, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I was so skeptical of this at first, but After seeing the trailers, I am much more on board with it. I don't really care about Chris Pratt's voice, to be quite honest. I just don't think there's going to be a voice that really pleases anybody. And I think that his voice is fine. And yeah, I grew up pretty much exclusively on Mario games, Nintendo games, and just to see how faithful they've been in the animation and the world that they're building with the Super Mario Bros. Levels, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Kart, all that kind of stuff. It just makes me so excited to see what they can do. So I might be surprised to see it this high on the list, but hey, there you go. And again, I mean, this all might come toppling down, right? Like one year, whatever year the Tom and Jerry movie came out, like 2020, it was very high in my top 10 because I grew up watching Tom and Jerry, but we all know how that turned out. The movie wasn't great at all. So again, this movie might be really bad, but still very much excited for it. Number 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, probably looks the best to me out of any of the MCU movies this year. Yeah, quite excited to see what's going on. Obviously in the quantum realm, just, all the stuff with Kang the Conqueror, it should be very exciting. Obviously, I've been on record as saying I love Paul Rudd, one of my favorite actors, one of my favorite characters in the MCU is Scott Lang. I'm very excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Coming in at number 2 is Dune Part 2. I think that the first movie is a great first half of a movie, and now I'm really excited to see the conclusion of that film. Because again, I really consider Dune Part 1 just to be part 1 of a bigger movie. And so I'm really excited to see how they're going to wrap everything up because I really enjoyed Dune Part 1. But again, not a complete movie in my eyes. So Dune Part 2 should hopefully complete that out. And coming in at number 1, might surprise you guys, is Oppenheimer. I'm not always the hugest fan of Christopher Nolan's films. I think that I really like almost every one of them, but that is to say that he's not my favorite director of all time. But I think that this is just the right combination of things that makes me so excited for a film. It may be surprising to you guys, but I just think the trailer looks incredible. I think that the material is so rich, the moral dilemmas of the bomb, and sort of digging into that as well. The cast is incredible. Cillian Murphy, I think Robert Downey Jr. is in the film, Emily Blunt, just so many other amazing actors in the movie. And I don't know. It might just be the trailer that really got me excited, but Oppenheimer is probably one of my most anticipated films of 2023. Again, I mean, I struggled, like 1, 2, and 3 are probably interchangeable. I could probably put Ant-Man up there. I could probably put Dune Part 2 up there. But Oppenheimer, for now, will be my most anticipated of 2023.